You were just talking about the characters.
AJ?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You were just talking about the characters and how you were focusing on how they were created and all of that. My question is, who is your favorite character within the movie?
That's kind of impossible. I love the leads probably the most. Kat, the protagonist. You think, well, what does this old white man have in common with a 13-year-old black girl? But I grew to know her and love her, and the voice performer, Lyric Ross, was a brilliant actor. She's the emotional heart of this film. It goes a little deeper than most animated films go. So she'd be number one. Wendell Wild are right there with her, Key and Peele. Then after that, it's all over the map. I mean, I like some of the characters other people don't like so much. There's this legless janitor named Manberg. He's kind of, you can't tell, is he a villain? What is he? I like him a lot. I like these three rich girls that they could have just been the mean girls at this school that this cat gets out of juvie justice system, and she's given a do-over at this fancy school. Those girls could have been just assholes, but they're not. They actually, in their way, are trying to be caring and open and helpful.
I love that.
And I mean that's it. Father Best's. I don't know if you know the name James Hong, but you'd know him if you saw him. He's like 93, Chinese American guy. He's been in more movies and TV shows than anybody ever in history, and so he voices. And we made the puppet look like him. This headmaster at this failing girls' school. His name is Father Best's. And working with him is like, working with someone out of history because his career goes so long, and it was such a pleasure. And he's just so much fun. He's so good in the film.
My question is, what subtle differences is Wendell and Wild between that and Nightmare Before Christmas or Coraline and James and the Giant Peach?
Yeah, Nightmare's a long, long time ago, and it was kind of the first, serious stop-motion feature made, and it had a wonderful story and the characters from Tim. But it was we shot with big movie cameras, heavy 35 millimeter cameras. There was no post-production digital cleanup. If a character had to jump or fly, we had to hang it from spider wires. That's what they're called. It's so thin, the camera couldn't see it. Of course, it's so thin, you breathe too heavy, it breaks. So it was very, a lot of sort of more primitive elements, but it's still the same, an animator performing through characters. So that's remained the same. And you may be asking about differences that are beyond that, but it's easiest to just talk about first, what's changed technically, and then by the time I did Coraline, well, we're shooting digitally. We also shot it in 3D. We actually took 2 images for every single thing, and we had full digital cleanup. So instead of hanging things from wires, we could attach them to like a metal rig. We could even program a movement on that rig to lift and deposit a character that's jumping, and then we painted it out digitally. We got to a point where we could fix things so well, it started to get a little too clean and perfect, and ultimately, in getting another chance to do a film, Wendell Wild, I wanted more of the, you haven't seen the film, so you wouldn't know this, but I wanted more of the